that's some good hair right there. How is everybody? Did I just knock that over?
Yep.
I did? All right, we'll fix that in post. Oh, that was my own bobblehead broke. That can't be a good sign for the show tonight. This is actually a voodoo doll. Watch this. Oh, see that? Callaway Live. This is actually the premiere, the first episode of season 5. Can you believe that? Now, I know what you guys are thinking. How is this season 5? Well, #Chad tweeted out after the last show that was the last one, even though we had others coming. So we decided, let's do a wraparound season just like the PGA Tour. You like that? Okay, this is not a very good crowd tonight. I'm going to need you guys to get a lot more excited because you guys know how we get guests on the show. It's usually people we know or somebody connected to the world of golf. And tonight, I'm going to put my voodoo doll down. Tonight is an awesome show because this is the very first time we've ever had a guest that we met on an airplane. So Jen Smith, you guys know Jen Smith, works up in our great sales organization, sat next to this really cool guy. He was a golfer, and he said, oh, somehow that came up that she worked at Callaway. She says, what do you do? And he said, oh, I drive monster trucks for a living. He said, I drive monster trucks for a living. He's not just any monster truck driver. He's one of the best in the world. He's also the very best golfer driving monster trucks. Let's take a look at him quickly in action right here. You guys aren't going to see him because we're going to put that in post. But so please welcome to Callaway Live the Mohawk Warrior, Bryce Kenny.
What's up?
Mohawk Warrior. See you, man. How are you?
Good.
See. I broke my own bobblehead.
Yeah.
I know you love talking to people because it's got to be the coolest thing to say, oh, I drive monster trucks.
It is. Yeah. It's always an immediate conversation starter. Right.
It happens to us in golf because we're like the dude magnets at parties.
Sure.
Is all the guys come over and talk to us.
Sure.
You golf. But I can't imagine it for monster truck. It's fun for all ages. So you got to have everybody that wants to come.
It is, yeah. I mean, the people that are 80 years old, 30 years ago, they were kind of jealous when Monster Jam kind of got rolling. And if you're
rolling.
Yeah. If you're 3 years old, you want to do it when you grow up. And if you're 30, you're bringing your 3-year-old and you're bringing your 80-year-old. So it is. It's for everybody. It's a blast.
I got to bring my 80-year-old next time around. So how did you get into the sport? Because it's not something that that you get on LinkedIn and you find a monster truck job.
That's right. Well, here's what's going to blow your mind. So we actually have a university. It's called Monster Jam University.
MJU. I applied there.
Yeah. The amazing thing is I have a diploma from Monster Jam University, which is great. But they send us up to Paxton, Illinois. We get trained by 11-time world champion Tom Mintz. He drives a truck called Max D. And for us to go up there, and it's a literal crash course in learning how to drive one of these things. You know, the first time you ever hit a jump, you fly in the air, and you're just kind of like, well, I hope this works out. The second time you
kind of like my career.
Yeah. Golf's kind of that way too.
Yeah.
But, the second time you hit a jump, you start to think, okay, I think this is going to work out. You get a little bit bolder and a little bit more confidence, and then finally you get to the point where you understand how to control one of these 12,000-pound machines. And it still blows my mind what the sport has evolved into, and just the innovation around it as well. And it's been really fun to just be a part of.
How did you grow up enjoying the sport on TV or going to the arenas to watch it?
Well, I actually grew up in professional drag racing. And so I like to say my background's in violent speed.
Yeah.
I went 300 miles an hour in 4 seconds driving what's called a top fuel dragster. And for me, I didn't grow up around anything else other than drag racing. And so my grandfather built this just a remarkable motorsports entity. And for us, we ended up getting out of it in 2011 after I ended up getting to drive the car for 3 years. I got my feet wet. We decided to get out of it, economy, everything else that everyone else dealt with during that time as well.
Parties too, when people say, what are you doing? You're like, oh, I'm in drag. They don't like that. It's very, very strange.
That takes a
little bit strange.
A hard left.
Yeah,
that takes a hard left turn there. But at that point, that's when I was introduced to Monster Jam.
You just got it, didn't you? Yeah. I knew you would.
Yeah.
But so then monster trucks.
That's right, yeah.
And then what is it that appealed to you?
For me, it was the brand. One of the things, Monster Jam is a motorsport, but it's not like any other motorsport. For us, Monster Jam controls everything. They're the largest motorsports fleet in the world. Everything is built in-house. It's their trucks. It would be as if NASCAR owned the the teams, the cars, the drivers, the whole experience. Monster Jam has done that. And so for them, they understand it's a family-owned business. They understand how to treat it like a real business. And at some point, you need to make profit. That's pretty important. And at some point, you need to make sure that we're growing it. And so when it comes to R&D, when it comes to innovation, Feld Entertainment, which actually owns Monster Jam, they're the ones that are able to funnel all that type of investment into us taking a 1,500 horsepower hunk of metal and doing backflips and front flips and everything else we're doing these days.
That's Norman Feld, Mr. Furley from the old Three's Company. That's who owns Monster Jam?
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Oh, different area.
I'm
that
30,
was not one for the millennials.
I'm not I am a millennial. That's right. Yeah, it's not. So.
And what are the crowds like at those things? We were talking in the back. A few of us have been. It's been a while for me. And so, I know now it's a big family attraction.
It's a huge family attraction. And I think the stat that blows my mind the most, though, 48% of the people that showed up at our events in the past 12 months were millennials. And that's one of the hardest demographics for anyone to reach. And it's a huge family dynamic, right? Like we talked about. Anyone's there, everyone's welcome to come and have fun. There's something in the event for everybody as well. But what has transitioned is not just that you'll see a little bit of everybody that's there, a very diverse crowd. But, the thing that's so amazing is the online presence where there's this huge culture, this huge community that's now coming on board with Monster Jam saying, hey, we want more of this. This is the kind of content that instead of binge watching something on another Saturday night, right, they want to all of a sudden ingest that type of content, or even better, let's take the family out, let's get a real life memory right there in the seats, and let's go experience something we're never going to forget. And I will say this, you never forget the first time you see a Monster Jam truck fly through the air. It's impossible to forget that moment.
We're going to see that a little bit later. I would be tempted to throw my 12-year-old right out there when she mouthed off to me.
Sure.
I would just be like, there you go.
Yeah.
Right? Has that ever happened? Probably not.
Man, I hope not. Maybe overseas or something.
Well, it's great for people that have short attention spans. I don't know anyone like that, but we're great at attention spans because the action is fast and furious.
It is, yeah. When we've innovated the different events that we do within the show, and we have racing, which is straight heads-up racing, and hey, you lose, you go home, and that's where it really kind of gets really competitive. We've started something new where it's called a two-wheel skill challenge, and it's whatever you can do on two wheels. I mean, we're in California. There's motorcycles everywhere. I'm sure someone at some point has done one of those stoppy things when they go up on the front wheel. I don't know. I saw some crazy drivers out here.
Is that the technical term for that? A stoppy thing?
Well, a stoppy thing, yeah. We call it a moonwalk because we do that in these Monster Jam trucks. When we get a 12,000-pound machine up on the front nose and hold it there and kind of dance around the stadium floor.
How do you do that technically? How would you perform that in a truck?
Yeah, so you want to get a lot of torque, a lot of a nice good hit off the back of the tires, and so we've got different obstacles where we can do that, and you just kind of hold on for a minute, and then you want to jam the brake to kind of bring that butt up of the truck up a little bit, and all of a sudden it stays there, assuming that you can kind of shift through the gears the right way, and it's very technical, but once the hardest part is getting that 12,000-pound truck to actually stand up on the nose. After that, you can kind of control it and do some other fun things with it as well.
It sounds like every commute I've ever had on the 5 you just described.
Well, I was on the 5 yesterday, and I believe that.
Yeah, you just described it. It came in handy.
It scared me. I've never been scared in a Monster Jam truck. Going on I-5 out here terrified me.
Well, we liked Monster Jam as it relates to golf.
Sure.
Because we think that golf could use a little more monster truck influence. And I know that you've done some broadcasting for Monster Jam. And so we thought, let's see what the difference would be if we took like me doing some golf in kind of traditional way, and then we had Bryce do golf the way that we thought it would be. So you guys want to see that? Yeah. Okay. All right, it's a really lame gag, but so I'm going to need you guys to laugh at all these, all right? So let's take a look. Let's take a look right here. Here's the first one. And here we go. He finds himself wanting to go for this in 2 on this par 5. This is such a critical point in this round, and you can definitely feel the anxiety and the tension in the air. He's going to hit an iron. Looks like he's got a 5 iron. Yes, I have confirmation that it is a 5 iron, and it's tracking, and oh, it just lands short in the trap. Pretty good, right? Pretty good, right?
That sounds like golf.
Really good. It's funny how I knew exactly what was going to happen before he even hit the ball. I'm not sure how. Yeah. So now let's hear it. Let's hear this. I told you this was mildly funny. Now let's take a look at done in Monster Jam style.
Yeah. Welcome back to beautiful San Diego. Ethan is here on a par 5. He checks his watch, wants to utilize his time fully. I don't know about this technique, though. Throws some grass upwind, blows back in his face on that beautiful pink Callaway polo. He can't choose a club. I would imagine that his caddy would have helped him out with that a little bit more. No practice swing. He grips it and rips it. He takes a chance on it. Oh, but it ends up in the sand trap.
A little more exciting. I don't know what all the automotive sounds were in that.
Yeah,
that is Palomar Airport.
It was I-5
right by there.
Yeah, it was I-5.
All right, let's take a look. I think he's now in the bunker, and let's go to my very traditional call. I might get discovered as a golf announcer here. Let's take a look. Now he finds himself in the greenside bunker. Very strange that he's now hitting a different golf ball than he hit before, but hey, that's golf. Oh, great technique. And he likes it. Yes, you can hear a smattering of applause. He's raking his own bunker. That's very unusual. That's the kind of player Ethan is, though. He's very conscientious, very thoughtful player. That's what makes our game so great. Players like Ethan, willing to rake his own bunker after what appears to be the shot of his life. All right, so a little bit of a technical difficulty. That's way too much Ethan that we should be seeing right now.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it in Monster Jam, this time with working video.
Oh, this Callaway golf ball is furious at him. He wasn't looking for a suntan on the beach today. If he's going to get these fans out of their seats, he has to hit a good shot right here, right now. He keeps his head down through the shot, and he's on the green! And look at that, he taps his shoes. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a clear message to the competition. He's here to win at all costs.
All right. I think this is going great.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, we got one more. But wait, there's more. There's more. He's on the green. Let's see what happens. Back to our very traditional golf broadcaster, me, with the putt. Now he has to make this putt to win his very first golf tournament at our practice facility. And no, he left it short. You can hear the groans. He's going to mark that, and he's going to really wish that he had given it a little more oomph. Okay, that's great. Really good. All right, now let's go to Monster Jam style. Here we go.
This is such a difficult green to get the right line, but this is where champions are made. Oh, but he leaves it short. Unbelievable. That Callaway golf ball cannot believe it. His caddy cannot believe it. And he marks the shot, marks the shot, marks the shot. Oh, and he'll have to get it another day. That's about right.
All right, I like that.
Yeah,
are you ever tempted? Now, how many guys, right? I'm good with that. How many guys in the sport always say, Sunday, 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 anytime anybody asks them when it's Sunday, what day of the week?
Well, that's the thing. We run on Saturdays. Oh. So I don't even know when that got started. But it's been a long time since I've heard Saturday. But, you know, they get pumped. They get excited. We do, too.
All right. So when we get back, we're going to have a little fun here. You probably noticed that our set is a mess. This is actually purposeful. This is a Monster Jam track. And when we come back, Bryce and I are going to go head-to-head around the track to see who's going to be king of Callaway Live. You're going to be in the little mini Mohawk Warrior truck.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to be in the mini Big Bertha truck. Yeah. Right after this, don't go anywhere. We're gonna get it's stuff going down. Bryce Kenny, Callaway Live.
You go anywhere in the world and speak golf, they understand what you're talking about. Because they play the same game. Once you learn how to play golf, you in the golf family.
Oh my God! Ah!
So it starts right here.
What's about to go down right here on Callaway Live, because it's our first ever Monster Jam competition here on the Callaway Live track. And this is a very official track. I don't know if you've ever done anything like that.
I thought you just decorated the stage for me, the whole Carnage thing with Monster Jam, but no, we're actually racing?
Absolutely. This is actually what #Chad's Cube looks like on a daily basis. So we've recreated that here, and we've got a little, as I mentioned before, a little mini Mohawk Warrior RV car there with the Mohawk on the top. I like that. Let's see a shit. Go a little forward there.
It's an RC car, but that's cool.
Oh, what did I say?
It's not a, Yeah,
RC car? Okay, whatever
it is. Said. It's okay, though.
I've got girls. If we were doing a Barbie competition, I'd whip your ass, okay?
That's
all right.
fair.
So here we go.
Fair.
So here we go. And then we got the Big Bertha car right there.
Yep.
And so there we go. Yeah, right?
Boom,
okay, that's me driving
boom.
that. Seriously. So we're going to go 2 times around. First time, we're going to go around past the head covers. I bet you some of those get wiped out. And then we're going to go through the shafts, back around, big jump finish. Finish line right there.
Okay.
You in?
I'm in.
Okay, so we're going to go on the count of 3. You ready? Okay.
Who's calling it? You?
I'm going to call it.
You're calling this?
I'm going to call it. You can trust me. You can trust me.
I believe that.
You ready?
Yeah.
On your mark. Oh, I said count of 3.
I don't know.
On go, we'll go. You ready?
Okay, that sounds good.
On your mark. Get set.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, go turn it over.
Up over there.
Go flip it over.
Somebody help.
Rookie. Rookie. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Watch out, front row.
That was awesome. I should have known you'd win. I should have known you'd win.
Man.
Let's try to get. I'm going to try to do the jump. You ready? This is going to be a disaster. Carnage!
I expected a little better from you.
A little Big Bertha fan there. I'm going to try that one more time.
My goodness.
Get that out of the way.
Oh, God.
Bryce, grab my controller. Let's get a good Big Bertha jump out of this.
Look alive, front row.
Here we go.
Look alive.
Here we go. Stand by over here. Oh, no! I did it again! It's too responsive.
My gosh.
Last one. Yeah, get the Mohawk Warrior over there.
That's all right. I'll put on a show while you do whatever you're doing.
Oh! Maybe I can do it better from back here.
Oh, God.
Oh! Terrible. All right, that's it. That's all the time we got for tonight. Appreciate it. Bryce Kenny, our first-time champion. Come on! Of the Callaway Live Monster Jam. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time on Callaway Live. My poor son, my poor car.
Come on, man. Victorious.
How uncoordinated. Victorious.